Hello, and welcome to the Leon County Schools Office of Professional Learning's Introduction to Microsoft Teams. Our district has supported teachers and students with a full license of Microsoft Office 365 for several years. Long before our recent school closures, reaching our students digitally made sense. With our subscription to Microsoft Office 365, we have the tools in place that we need. Microsoft has steadily released updates that continue to improve those tools. That's not the best part, though. Whenever we use any of our Microsoft products and have student data within them, we can rest assured that it is protected. In this video, you will get a quick overview of Microsoft Teams, how to access it from ClassLink, and where to find other helpful videos and directions to make this transition as easy as possible. First, log into ClassLink as usual. Almost all teachers have successfully transitioned to using ClassLink, our single sign-on product that keeps everything teachers and students need all in one place. To make things convenient for you, TIS has added a tile for Teams directly to your ClassLink home page. Select that link. As an LCS teacher, you will land on your Teams page with your rostered classes already there. The following images are from current Leon County Schools teams of classes that have been used with the teacher's permission. There are over 900 teams that have been utilized in our district as of today. Rostered teams means that the student enrollment comes directly from Focus and has one teacher of record assigned. These particular classes are elementary science, 5th grade to be exact. The solid squares indicate non-rostered classes and are in fact teams for special groups. This particular teacher is a member of the LCS Online Instructors team, as well as the 3D Printer My STEM Kits 2019 cadre, and the 5th grade teachers team at this school. Sometimes special groups need to be made that combine students from different classes, and Teams allows you to do that. It is easy to create your own teams of students or adults if you need to, and those directions will be given in another video. Let's take a look around a Teams landing page. Here you will find everything you need to set up and work with your Teams classroom. In the purple bar down the left-hand side are all of your navigation buttons. These buttons are used to switch between all areas of your Teams. At the top is your activity feed. This symbol resembles a notification bell used in Facebook and many other applications. Then there is chat, which means exactly what it says. You can have easy group conversations with your students on the general channel page or set up separate channels to communicate with only one section of your class. For many teachers, this makes handling small groups similar to center time. Next is your Teams button, which makes it easy to return to a home type of view, always going back to your list of teams. The next 4 navigation buttons are your classroom lifesavers. Assignments, where all of your class assignments are listed. Your class calendar, where you can schedule assignment due dates, quiz dates, and oh yes, class meetings via video. It's the 21st century, folks. Calls. You can actually make calls between you and your students if you need to help them with any kinds of homework, questions they may have, and things like that. Lastly, files. This makes it easy to organize all the resources you need for running your classroom right here. Think of this area as your class filing cabinet. The bottom navigation buttons are the extras. The 3 dots button allows you to add personal apps that you, the teacher, like to use. The Launch Apps button allows you to search for apps you want so that you can add them to your team for your students to use. You can deploy apps like Flipgrid, which makes recording video for speeches or foreign language exercises by you and your students an absolute breeze. Of course, the Help button is exactly what it says, where you can go to easily get help with navigating Teams. Lastly, The Download the App button. Teams likes for you to download the app as a convenience. This way, every time you open your machine, whether it is your laptop, desktop, tablet, or phone, the app opens and you are ready for school. This is entirely your choice. You can still run Teams effectively without downloading it to your machine. As you learn your way around, you will easily see how you can customize your Teams for your particular teaching plan. Now let's choose one of these classes. On your Teams homepage, you'll choose one of your own to start navigating. As you can see, this teacher's schedule is Middle School English Language Arts. In the top left-hand corner of the page, you can see the course information, and to the right of the page is the general channel. Each team has a general channel already built into it. This page appears on the chat page. If you have not been using Teams, your general channel will not have messages in it yet. But once students realize that they can post questions and get answers quickly, the page will fill up. They can ask the teacher or each other all those questions that happen during class. How many pages do I read? How long is the essay? Where do I find? You get the idea. What this does is create a classroom community where students look for help not just from the teacher, but from each other. Across the top of the page are the tools that automatically come with a Teams classroom. It makes sense that they follow the needs of a traditional classroom. We've already examined the general channel, which houses the community chat feature. Next is the Files tab, which is your filing cabinet for the class. To the right is the Class Notebooks tab. Each student has their own individual notebook for your class. Then the Assignments tab, where a running list of assignments is housed. And of course, the Grades tab, where you can see everyone's grades for your class, but a student only sees their own. And lastly, an area to add other tools that you want to have quickly available for your students, like a website that you use often, Flipgrid, etc. Since we've already covered the general channel, let's take a little closer look at the other tools. The Files tab means exactly that. Here you can keep all the files that you need for your class. Another great feature is that if you create a class materials folder, you can house the files you want your students to be able to access, but not change. To the right, you can see what it looks like in a teacher's team who has already started setting up their files under the Files tab. We're used to this kind of folder view. It's the same as what we have in our Office 365 OneDrive folders. Now for the class notebook. The first time you open up your class notebook, you'll get this screen. That's because you control the type of notebook you create, a new one or one you've already used before. If you've used a OneNote notebook with your students before, you can easily add it here to your class notebook. What a great time saver that'll be next year when you've already done the work this year. The best way to think about an online digital notebook is kind of like a trapper keeper. Remember those? Each class notebook is like that, with sections that are for certain tasks or subjects. For instance, class notebooks have 3 distinct sections. They are student notebooks, a private place shared between the teacher and each individual students. Teachers can access every student's notebook, while students can only see their own. A content library. This is a read-only space where teachers can share handouts with students. And a collaboration space. This is an area where everyone in your class can share, organize, and collaborate. This makes group projects easy between kids in your class. Next across the toolbar is Assignments. The Assignments tab is how you create assignments. To create an assignment, simply select the purple Create button at the bottom. For an assignment, you have the option to create an assignment or a quiz. The teacher is in total control over all aspects of assignments and quizzes. You decide when assignments are released to students and when they are due. You can easily differentiate this way too. If you have students who are working at different levels, you simply send them the version of the assignment that most fits their level. This is one way we can still serve our ESE and ELL populations quite well. Grades are what's next. Grades are personal for all of us, whether we are the ones assigning the grade or earning the grade. There is a lot of time, thought, and care that goes into each grade. It may seem at first as though you are not able to give the feedback you'd like to your students from a distance. You will quickly find, however, that you can. Everything in your class team is set up so that you and your students can communicate easily. You can grade by points or rubrics or a combination of the two. Everything is in real time. So once you grade an assignment and give feedback, the feedback icon changes from a plus sign to a solid purple. When students check their grades, they can easily find your comments. In addition, all assignment grades can be exported to an Excel spreadsheet to make them easy to load into Focus. As you can see, transition to Teams is easy. Learning new things is exciting and sometimes a bit stressful. To provide you with the information you may need, we have created a web page specifically for Teams deployment. There you will find this presentation as well as short videos and step-by-step directions over every aspect of Teams use. Because this information is coming from the Office of Professional Learning, we believe that since you are learning something new, you should earn credit for that. A general online course on how to use Microsoft Teams will be made available to earn yourself some credit. You deserve it. In addition, the curriculum developers in the Office of Professional Learning will host a help center by email for Teams at teams-help@leonschools.net. If you get stuck and can't find an answer for yourself, reach out to us. We're here for you, even if it's from our own living rooms. And lastly, one distinct message of solidarity here in the Office of Professional Learning has been our faith in our teachers. We have worked with each and every one of you, either at our office or each of your schools. Our role is to support you in whatever your needs are, and we take that seriously. Reach out to us if you need us. We're here for you.